Hello guys and girls, this is 7 here. I'm showing you Game of Thrones walkthrough for PC. Enjoy!
This side of the narrow. See. Come, I've got just what you're looking for.
Good to see you again, my lord. Have you decided to buy the breastplate and the helm this time?
Here's your money. Please get the equipment ready for me as soon as you can.
I'll get to work on your order right away. It'll be ready before you know it. Here's your equipment, my lord. Good day to you.
The breastplate and the helm have been taken care of. This is where I stop. From this point forth, you're on your own. Be very careful once you're inside. Pry as much information from the guards inside as you can. While you're infiltrating this place, I'm going to inform Lord Halton of our progress. I will be back shortly. Then I'll return here to await your arrival. Good luck, Sir Alester.
Stop! No civilians allowed.
There's no way you win. It's helpless. With all the lashes this bastard is taking, he won't live to see another day.
What's the matter?
Where is the commander? I haven't seen him for some time.
He left for the Red Keep earlier.
Commander Janus Slint spends a lot of time there these days.
Actually, he goes there more and more often. I heard that he might become a lord or something.
I wagered 8 coins that the louse in the dungeon buys it the day after tomorrow.
Considering how...
Only you could fall asleep right next to a crime scene.
Yeah, Sir Harold hasn't had me relieved for at least 2...
Hello there, friend.
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Were you just talking about a murder?
Oh, you mean you haven't heard about it? Now don't you worry about it. The commander's already found the killers, and they're getting familiar with the dungeons. He's not commander for nothing, eh? He's at a private meeting at Red Keep as we speak. He's a big man, our commander. So, Benfrey, I hear you've got...
Yes, but the commander seemed pretty desperate for us to burn the dark-haired boy's body as quickly as we could. It's a bit fishy if you ask me, and I have a feeling it has something to do with gold. Yes? Can we help you?
Is that body down there one of the victims of the sewer murders?
Yes. And since he's a nobleman, we're keeping him where it's cool while we wait to be told what to do with him. It shouldn't take long to find out who he was, as we already know the identity of the other victim.
It's kind of strange, actually. The other one was just a peasant's son. A dark-haired boy known as Cedric. But no one knows anything about the nobleman. Why was he hiding in the sewers with a poor merchant boy anyway?
Forget about it, Morton. At the end of the day, they're both dead.
I see. Thank you. I need to know if it's my brother. I have to find a way to get down there.
Yeah,
Really?
I dozed off again at the entrance to the sewers.
And where exactly do you think you're going? No one goes down to the dungeons without my permission.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I have to speak to the commander.
The commander is visiting the Red Keep. Come back later.
Which house do you belong to? I've really had it with all this. If Harold wants to find out who this corpse was, why doesn't he look into it himself?
Not so loud. If he hears us, we're headed straight for the hole, or worse.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
You were speaking of an unidentified corpse, were you not? Do you know if it's possible to see it?
The body of the nobleman? You think you'll be able to find out who it is? I've just spent over 6 hours trying, friend. There are more noble houses in King's Landing than lice in a brothel, so good luck with that.
Anyway, the body is downstairs. If you want to see it, you'll have to ask Carol. He's the one who guards the entrance to the basement.
Come on, it's a bit of fun. The prisoner couldn't care less, you know. He's going to die anyway. We may as well try and make a bit of money from his death.
What do you want?
Are you talking of the man who committed those murders in the sewers?
Yes, we've got him in the dungeon. Somehow, Commander Janos arrested him shortly after the crime was committed.
He's in one of the deepest dungeons. His 2 accomplices were in there with him, but they're dead now. He's the only one left. We gave them a good flogging. You should have heard them scream. But their boss, he's a tough one.
Isn't it a little cruel? No, he's a murderer, but that's stooping a bit low.
Which house do you belong to?
Hey, you. Don't I know you?
Maybe. My friends tell me I have a pretty common face.
Yeah. Well, what do you want?
I'm here to clean the dungeons.
Since when do we clean the dungeons here? Spare me your stupid jokes and get out of here.
This tier is for off.
What's the matter?
You were speaking of wages just now. I want in.
We're wagering on how long that bastard locked down there is going to last. There's quite a number of us in, so we've gathered a tidy little sum so far.
I see.
If you want in, ask Captain Karen. He's by the dungeon entrance.
What now?
I want to place a wager on this prisoner too.
That's great. The more the merrier.
I want to see what I'm putting my money on first, though.
Go ahead. If he's dead, let me know immediately.
Haven't seen you before. What brings you round here? Did you come to see the prisoner?
Yes, I want to see what state he's in before making a wager.
You'll have to come back later then. I shut the door. With this much money at stake, I don't want anybody getting any ideas. I wagered that he would live 3 more days. and I don't want anyone killing him when I'm not looking.
I see. No! His clothing. It carries the crest of Sarwyck. All that effort. And for what? Gawain! No! I can't believe it! Perhaps it's someone else. A servant. Anybody. Wait. What's this? A letter? By the flame! And the girl's lock of hair is still attached to the letter. It really is him. Forgive me, little brother. I should have returned sooner. What on earth were you doing in that cellar, Gawain? Why did someone want you dead? His murderer. He's here somewhere. And he will give me answers.
So, how's it going? Did you find out who it was? I'd rather get rid of the body before it starts to rot.
No. No, I have no idea.
Yeah, I suspected as much. Even his assassin wasn't able to tell us anything.
He's locked up in here, isn't he?
Yeah, in a cell close by. But I am in charge of the keys, and I open the doors for no one.
I need to see him.
No way. There's too much money at stake for me to let anyone see him. If you kill him, I'll lose all my money. And that would really get my knickers in a twist.
How much money is at stake?
About 125 stags, as far as I know. Why?
Too bad. It isn't just your money that you're going to lose today. Say your prayers, roughneck.
You're dead! Bowen! Help!
Did you get a good eyeful, you son of a whore?
I ask the questions here. You're Oris, aren't you?
Bugger off.
Listen to me, fool. I'm not a gold cloak, but I can kill you right now if you so wish. On the other hand, should you answer my questions, I'll make it worth your while.
You're not from the City Watch? If you're telling the truth, I have nothing to lose. Ask your questions.
It was you who committed those murders in the sewers, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was me. With my boys. I'm not in here for nothing.
Who? Who hired you?
That bastard. Janos Slint. It was the commander of the City Watch himself who told me to slit the throats of the two men hiding in that damn cellar. We'd known each other for some time. He came to me in the tavern I frequent. He said he had a job for me. Said it'd pay 300 silver stags. Enough to feed us all for more than a year. I asked for part of the money up front, as I always do. He told me to meet him at his office, and everything went well. But when two of my men and I came to collect the other half of the money after I'd completed the job, he had us thrown into this hole. He tricked me.
Are you saying the commander ordered these murders? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm telling the truth. I was surprised too, but he said that the order came from the Red Keep. He assured me that he would cover up everything, provided I act discreetly. As I told you, I was in his office upstairs when he made his offer. He paid me the advance without any trouble. When he left to get the money, I took a quick look around his office. There was a letter. I can't read, but I recognized the seal I saw at the bottom of that letter. It was Valar's, the Queen's lapdog.
Valar? Are you sure?
I know what I'm talking about. He and his Bloodseekers have been getting in our way since they came to King's Landing. We're needed less and less because of them. I realized too late that it was them I was working for. I should have turned down this offer.
The Bloodseekers. Those damned thugs. If Valar really is behind all this, that letter may just help me bring him down. I have to get into this office.
Get me out of here! I told you everything you need to know. Your turn to help me! These scoundrels of the City Watch betrayed me, and now they're wagering on when I'm going to die. I'm the leader of the Reapers. If you save my life, you won't regret it.
If you're telling the truth, and I find the letter you spoke of, then maybe I'll come back to free you. But if you're lying, by R'hllor it will cost you.
Best if I stay here and wait. I don't have a chance on my own.
This tier is for officers only. You've no right to be here.
So, how much you want to bet?
I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you soon.
Yesterday. Hello there, friend.
Sir Harold is the one who manages the relief team, is that right?
Not just that. He's also the officer in charge of stewardship. And he doesn't mess around. The other officers can throw you into the dungeons or give you extra duties whenever they please. But Sir Harold, he's the worst.
Yeah, once he has it in mind to punish you, he'll drag you through the 7 hells.
Yeah, I dozed off again at the end.
Hello there, friend.
I couldn't help but
He's at a
right next to where the murders...
Yes? Can we help you?
Is that body down there?
Yes. And it shouldn't take long.
It's kind of...
Forget about it. Don't you find the command... Yes? Can we help you?
What's the name of the commander again? I keep forgetting.
Are you new around here, or simply an idiot? His name is Janos Slint. Be sure to remember it this time, or you won't last long around here.
He's at the Red Keep at the moment. I'll show you who it is when he gets back.
So,
Really?
Benfrey,
We'll
I hear
find out
you
which house he belonged to.
on
Someone
your
will
watch
inform them,
yesterday.
and then we'll hear no more.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Where is the commander?
He left for the...
Commander
Actually, considering how...
Yeah?
Excuse me, I heard you
Let me
Yeah, well,
keep away from him.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've been ordered to collect some important documents for the small council of the Red Keep.
Oh? Upon whose orders?
I was sent by Commander Jorah.
Commander Jorah? You don't even know the commander's name and you expect me to believe he sent you? You think I'm stupid? Get the hell out of here, you idiot! Sir Harold's going to hear about you. You can count on it. Hey, you! What are you doing?
I've been...
Oh? Upon whose orders?
Commander Jasper himself.
Commander Jasper? Get the hell... Hey, you!
I've been...
Oh? Upon whose orders?
Commander Janos Slint in person.
The commander? Why would he ask you to do that?
I was traveling by his side to the Red Keep. Once there, he said he'd forgotten some documents and that I had to quickly return them to him or there'd be trouble.
Yeah. When the commander gives an order, you better do as he says. I'd rather not have any trouble. Go ahead. But move your ass.
So that's the famous letter. Oris wasn't lying. I swore to help him if he was telling the truth. But am I really obliged to keep this promise? If things get out of hand, I risk my own skin. All that for the man who killed Gawain. Let's have a look.
Lord Alester. Please, my lord.
So, sir, did you find out what happened to your brother?
Yes. Valar had him executed. Mark my words. I am going to find this murderer and cut him down where he stands.
I'm afraid that's not possible, sir. He left during your investigation with at least 100 men.
Ice and death, this wretched dog knows no limits. He killed my brother, and now he's trying to undermine any hope I have of gaining the Queen's favor. I must speak with Lord Halton immediately.
He awaits you at his residence.
Alester, were you able to discover anything?
I know what happened. The murderers in the sewers were targeting a boy by the name of Cedric Rivers. His last name leaves no room for doubt. He's a bastard child, just like those the Queen is hunting down. But the assassins also killed whoever else was in the hideout at that time. And that's how Gawain fell victim to them.
How can something this dreadful have been allowed to happen?
Valar murdered my brother.
You believe your half-brother murdered Gawain, but Sir Desmond seems to suspect the bandits living in the sewers.
He is correct. However, the bandits were just pawns, and I have the proof right here. Valar is behind it all. This letter explains everything. It is he who ordered the assassination. He signed it with his own hand.
I do not understand. Why would he do such a thing?
Reading between the lines of this letter, it appears that he acted on behalf of the Queen. Look at what's written here. See that you do not leave any witness. He must have known that Gawain would be with Cedric. Valar was trying to capture my brother after all. This was an ideal opportunity for him. He didn't leave him any chance of clearing his name.
You believe he acted out of revenge?
Obviously. He wants to wipe out the Sarwicks and take control of Riverspring. Valar used this opportunity to get rid of him. One less obstacle in the way of his conquest. He is now assured that he will become head of House Sarwyck, being both my sister's husband and my father's only descendant.
What are you planning to do?
Gawain was my brother. I can't just let that bastard Valar destroy my family. He will pay with his blood. I'll never let that wretch take the ancestral lands of House Sarwyck. I already have this letter which proves his involvement in the sewer murders. I have to find out what it is that links these murders and expose Valar's treachery. Once the people learn of his treachery, the Queen will have no choice but to sever her ties with him.
You are right. The answer probably lies with the bastards that the Queen is hunting down.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, if you think about it, isn't that what all these murders have in common? All the victims were bastards. In fact, you helped track one of them down yourself, didn't you?
This bastard child was related to an enemy of the Queen. Both are dead, on her orders.
Indeed. But I think that the hounding of the bastards hides more than a simple plot. After all, why did she have to call on you? If these targets really were enemies of the Crown, why didn't she send the gold cloaks?
Indeed. She chose an inconspicuous method every time.
The Queen does not wish for this matter to be made public.
These bastards are not chosen at random. Valar himself is one, but he's not worried. So there must be some other link between them. But what? I can't put my finger on it.
I might have a lead on this matter. One of my contacts at court passed a letter on to me. It's from Lord John Arryn himself, the King's Hand. He sent it to the Red Keep sometime before his death. It was meant for Grand Maester Pycelle, who sits on the Royal Council.
I knew the Lord of the Eyrie well. We were acquainted at the Battle of Stag's Mount.
He was a worthy man. His death has deeply saddened me. But in the light of the information contained in this letter, I fear that his death is far from natural.
What do you mean? What does this letter speak of?
Well, John Arryn asked the Grand Maester to consult a book on the lineages of the Seven Kingdoms. And this came after he was seen in the company of Stannis Baratheon, visiting various dens of ill repute. It caused quite a stir. If you're unfamiliar with these two men, they have long established reputations of unfailing virtue. Normally, neither of them would ever frequent that kind of establishment. After a little investigating, I learned that the Hand had visited half a dozen bastards that day, one of whom was the potter that you and Sir Valar killed.
You think that because he was walking about town and consulting some tome on lineage, that someone had the Hand of the King assassinated?
Think about it. If John Arryn discovered something about those bastards that someone powerful didn't want him to know, I have a feeling that this book on lineages holds the key to this mystery. And I've sent word to a man capable of shedding light on all of that for us. He's a Maester of the Citadel called Rupert. He's also an expert in ancient texts, and it just so happens that he has worked on the book. I do not know him personally, but he has agreed to meet with us. He was asked to bring a copy of the tomb.
Why call on this Maester Rupert?
Grand Maester Pycelle is the Queen's loyal servant. It would be highly inadvisable to contact him directly. However, there is still one concern to settle: the payment.
How much is he asking for?
That's the problem. He does not seek money. If he did, this matter would already be settled. He wants a particular settlement, but he refuses to explain himself in writing. He would rather discuss this in private.
Fine. I will meet with him. Where can I find him?
The meeting has been arranged near an illegal arena, hidden in the sewers. I sincerely hope he will give us the help we need. I've already taken the liberty of sending Sir Desmond there, as he knows these parts well. He will be able to come to your aid if something goes wrong.
Thank you, Lord Halton.